Hi, friend. I'm so excited you're here with me today. And something has been on my heart that I wanted to talk about, and that is comparison. We've heard it before, and we'll hear it again, that comparison is the thief of joy. And I couldn't agree with this statement more, both on and off the mat. So, as yoga teachers, we often tell our students not to look at anyone else around the room because this is our time and only focus on the space of our mat and what's happening with ourselves. But we all know that everyone is looking over our own shoulders and their own shoulders and looking to see what other people are doing. And that immediately makes our mind compare. This also happens on social media. We, myself included, can find ourselves going down a rabbit trail so quickly on social media and thinking and really just comparing ourselves with them, with other yoga teachers, other business owners, that sort of thing. And we start to think, I wish I could do what they're doing, or you notice something that they're doing and just almost finding yourself envious of what they're doing or what they've accomplished. And so I just want to talk that there's good and not so great about comparison online. And so the first thing is really looking at the benefits of really looking over your shoulder online. And the first thing is that is competitive research. And so as a business owner, because you, yoga teacher, you, dear yoga teacher, are a business owner, you are running your own business and creating your own brand. And so part of any business plan that anyone has ever written is competitive research. And so it might feel a little yucky, but it's actually something you need to do. You need to know what other people are doing. And it's not to recreate what they're doing or be envious of what they're doing or feel like you aren't good enough, but it's really to recognize the differences of what you bring to the table. And for that, this is the most amazing part, is that when you're doing that competitive research and looking over your shoulder, you get to identify what makes you different, because you are the unique you that the students are coming to your class, or your private sessions are being booked because of you, not because of, what someone else is doing and they're trying to get a different rate. No, it's you, it's your personality. And so finding what makes you different is actually such a benefit. And so a side note on that, if you haven't narrowed down your focus, be sure to download the PDF that's linked below, because it will help you walk through those questions and really find out what is different and what lights you up to teach, because that's going to help get you out of this comparison trap for sure. And then so often, oh my gosh, so often, we find that once we're looking over our shoulder at what someone else is doing, we find that while we might be serving the same population, we're actually not serving them the same thing. So an example for myself, there are more marketing coaches out there for yoga teachers. I'm not the only one out there, but when I really look at what everyone is offering, we offer different things, and we all have different skill sets, and we all have different personalities. So if I'm not a good fit, if you're watching this video and you're like, I really don't like her personality, there are others out there. Go find them. And we're all different, we're all unique, and that's what makes it special. And so you can have that same lens with yoga teachers, even if you are serving the same population. But the not so great stuff about looking over your shoulder is that we can get caught in that trap for too long. For too long, we can just be there, and it starts to create self-doubt. And so I don't want you to do that. And then the other thing that can really easily happen when we go down that comparison trap is that we can get shiny object syndrome. And what I mean by that is we can have a steady focus on what we're doing. You have a class that you love teaching and is lighting you up, and you are fulfilled. And then you look over here and you see a different class and you think, oh, I bet I could teach that too. And you start to move your focus over. And then everything gets a little fuzzy. Your students don't really know what your focus is, and they can't consistently come to you for one thing. Now, I'm not saying you can't have more than one focus, but especially starting out, if you can focus on one type of class, starting out once you have a niche, to be specific there. But once you have a niche and you're starting out and starting to build a brand around what you teach, you really want to stay focused on that for a while before you get some traction and grow that focus. So, how to shut your eyes and really start not looking on other people's mats. So I have a few things for you. The first is really acknowledging that it's okay. Often we talk about anxiety in yoga, and so the first step in understanding any emotion, not just anxiety, is recognizing that it's okay. So I don't want you to feel bad about looking at other people and even feeling envious or starting to compare yourself. Just know that it's okay. And that's part of the process, and you're a better business owner because of it. And then second, this is my favorite thing, set a dang timer. It's amazing. This is how I have helped myself from not going down the comparison trap through my business building. It is to set a timer. You have dedicated time on your calendar to look and do competitive research. Okay. And so really, it's amazing when you do this. When you find yourself, maybe you're just on Instagram, it's not even a dedicated time on your calendar. You just find yourself and you're like, okay, I recognize that I'm starting to feel like I'm comparing myself. Give yourself 5 minutes or 2, or stop immediately. Whatever feels right to you, give yourself a time block. So then you'll focus on the things that make you different and the things that maybe you find something that they're doing so well. So maybe their Instagram stories are on point and you're like, you know what? I could do that for my classes. It's not copying them, it's getting inspiration from them. So set a timer and move on. And third, I want you to really start focusing on what your unique value is. No matter what, if you are teaching the exact same class as someone else, same everything, it is still different. Your personality, your words, your presence, your energy, all of it is different. So I want you to start focusing on that. Sometimes it's really hard to identify what makes us awesome, and that might feel like there is some ego in the room, right? But I want you to know that that's great that you know what's awesome about you. If you had someone in your class that couldn't identify what was awesome about them, I bet, as a wonderful yoga teacher that you are, you would help them find what was awesome. And so I want you to do that for yourself. And then I want you to bring your eyes back on your own mat and celebrate you, so that then you can go out and share more of the yoga that you love with the world. So let's take back our joy. Don't let comparison be the thief of our joy. And it all comes down to knowing that unique you that you can offer. So go do that. Again, if you haven't niched down, if you haven't truly identified what your unique style or what your favorite class to teach is, all it takes is a little bit of time. So download the PDF. It's awesome. It's super quick and easy. And if you get there with the first question, awesome. If you don't, there's so many other questions to kind of prompt you through that process. And if you're not there yet, that's okay too. You don't have to declare a niche today. Keep saying yes to classes to figure out what you like and what you don't like, and you will get there. But just make sure that you're taking back your joy and not falling into the comparison trap. Thanks for watching today. Until next time, see you later.